Hey guys, Level Cap here, and today in gaming we might be able to detonate a nuke in Battlefield 2042. Ubisoft wants in on blockchain gaming, PC specs for Call of Duty Vanguard are available, and much more. We got our first look at the interior of the giant cargo ship on Battlefield 2042's discarded map. Many of the maps in 2042 feature narrative connections to the game's themes and backstory. This cargo ship holds a nuclear stealth submarine. The teaser footage shows it disassembled in the belly of the cargo ship. And considering that the narrative elements of this map are to secure rogue nuclear assets, there's a solid chance that perhaps a nuclear detonation is part of this map's destruction event. And if it is, would a nuke detonation end the round, or would it radically transform the map for the rest of combat? It's hard to say, but it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. Blockchain technology, NFTs, and cryptocurrency are quickly becoming big concerns for everyday gamers. Ubisoft has stated that they want to be a key player in blockchain gaming in their Q2 earnings call. They recently invested $65 million in Animoka Brands, a company that offers tons of blockchain services. One of their products is Gamey, a browser-based game platform that lets users earn real money by playing games filled with ads and random mechanics. The big concern is that Gamey is just another predatory mobile gaming platform with none of the protections that come with traditional platforms like the iOS App Store. On the flip side, Ubisoft getting into blockchain might open the doors for earning a living while playing video games, at least in a way that doesn't break the end-user license agreement of the video game itself. Now, one potential roadblock to the progress for blockchain game developers is that Valve has outright banned all NFT and blockchain games from Steam. Several blockchain developers signed an open letter to Valve asking them to reverse that ban, but Valve has not responded. If Ubisoft or other big publishers take advantage of the blockchain gaming world before Valve does, it could leave them in the dust. PC specs for Call of Duty Vanguard are finally available. Across the board, they're pretty reserved, with the maximum recommended hardware being an RTX 3080 and a Ryzen 9 3900X for Ultra 4K settings. Preloading for Vanguard is currently live and the game launches on Friday. The launch install size is 61 gigabytes, which is much more manageable than the approximate 200 gigabytes that Warzone and Cold War currently take up together. Unfortunately for Call of Duty Zombie fans, Vanguard Zombies main quest won't be available at launch. On day 1 you'll have access to the Zombies mode, but the main quest doesn't activate until December 2nd. That was sort of how Cold War Zombies mode rolled out as well, so it's not a major surprise, but we'd imagine it's still frustrating for diehard players. That December 2nd update will also kick off Vanguard's Warzone integration. The Battle Royale is getting a new map set in the Pacific called Caldera and Vanguard's new weapon roster. New World developers halted all wealth transfers thanks to a new gold duplication exploit discovered by players. It involves town upgrades and seems to be just a straight up bug in the game and not a complicated exploit that some players unwittingly stumbled into. Amazon are banning any players caught abusing it, but haven't issued a fix for the bug yet. Apex Legends Season 11 is live. Escape adds a new map, legend, SMG, and cosmetics to unlock. It's a bit early to judge the new content, but so far it at least looks pretty solid. The update makes some big changes to Wattson, which will be something to keep an eye on. The big question on everyone's mind though is whether or not this update fixes the game's ongoing server and audio issues. The mid-season update for the previous season caused massive problems and many lingering for the rest of the season. Respawn's official patch notes for Season 11 include fixes for some of these problems, but the biggest issues are those pesky server disconnects, and that's something that only playing for an extended period of time will be able to determine. IGN released an exclusive look at a new Halo Infinite map called Streets. As you'd expect, it's set in the streets of an urban area. Fans of Halo 3 ODST will probably feel right at home on this map. It packs tons of details and hidden areas to explore. The visual design of the map is pretty much flawless. Infinite's betas have focused on primary rural locations, so getting to see a proper urban environment gives a good sense of what 343 are doing with their denser maps. If you were hoping to buy a Nintendo Switch for the holiday season, your chances just got reduced by, well, 20%. Nintendo have cut production targets by 6 million units from 30 million to 24 million by March 2022. They expected to meet demand for the new Switch OLED model, but the high demand and component shortages made that impossible. Most retailers are out of stock, and they will likely stay that way well into 2022. Sony apparently fixed an issue that bricked your PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 if its onboard CMOS battery dies. This battery is responsible for keeping the system clock and other core information saved. Recently, it seemed like Sony issued a firmware fix that lets affected consoles boot and run games with select features disabled, even if the CMOS battery is removed. Before this change, though, you could only play games from their disc with a dead battery. Before we get to our final story today, I just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. If you're new around here and enjoy our news coverage, please consider subscribing. It helps us reach more viewers and keeps you in the loop on every video that we upload. Logitech's G Hub app has a new beta update that directly integrates several of their audio hardware products with NVIDIA's broadcast feature. This means that you can run stuff like RTX Voice AI noise removal on your Blue Yeti without having to install NVIDIA's broadcast app. And these filters are becoming very popular when it comes to noise reduction and background sound removal from live streaming. They require an RTX GPU and have a measurable performance hit while gaming, but the hit is pretty minimal and the quality of the effects is more than worth it. This integration is a pretty big deal because many people buy Logitech headsets or Blue Yeti mics for Zoom calls or working from home and don't know about NVIDIA's broadcast feature. So hopefully this will improve the quality of not only game streaming, but potential Zoom calls as well. And that wraps it up for Today in Gaming. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap signing off.